Hi, my name is Thomas Paschik, and I'm here to talk to you about writing the introductory paragraph for an argumentative essay. By this point, you should have already have conducted your research and completed your pre-writing organizer. By doing these two things, the process will go much smoother. The introductory paragraph, sometimes referred to as a funneling paragraph, has three major components: the attention getter, linking statements, and claim. Your attention getter, which is commonly 1 to 2 sentences, is a way to grab the reader's attention, and it's commonly done in one of 4 ways: a question, a statistic, a quote, or an anecdote. Now, for this essay, I'm going to focus on a question, because if you're writing one for a standardized test, or you don't have a lot of time to perform extensive research, this is something relatively easy and effective to do. Now, you want to use a technique commonly applied by salespeople. Salespeople want to get you agreeing with them. They want you saying yes, so they'll ask you a lot of questions that you're going to reply yes to try to get you in that rhythm. So when you're trying to figure out your question, try to get one that the majority of your readers will be able to say yes to. It's also important to not ask a question that is too specific. You want it to be broad enough where most of your readers can relate. Now, the second part of the introductory paragraph are the linking statements. This is where you make the connection between your attention getter and the claim, which we'll get to in just a moment. This is a good time to include any background information that the reader needs. If you're writing about a topic that's not very well known, you may have to give more background knowledge than if you're writing about something very popular. This is where you can give some historical information. If you're writing about literature, this is where you need to give the title of the book, the author's name, any information that you believe is vital to the rest of your essay. Now, the third component is referred to as the claim. This is the most important sentence of your entire essay, because this is your main point. Now, for this video, as an example, I'm going to use the argumentative essay topic about Christopher Columbus. Some of you may have been assigned this topic. Some of you may have been assigned a different topic, but the example should work to help you with the writing process. Now, let's assume you're reading about explorers and about history and things like that. And the statement you're given is, Christopher Columbus deserves to be celebrated for discovering America. Now, when you're given a statement for an argumentative essay, you don't have to agree with it. That's the point of the argument. You either agree with it or you disagree with it. You are either pro or you are con. And when I'm grading these essays, your grade will not be determined in any way on if I agree with you. I'm not worried about what you say. I'm worried about how you say it. All right, so for the sake of this example, we're going to say that Christopher Columbus does not deserve to be celebrated for discovering America. Okay? Now again, when you write your attention getter, you don't want a question so specific that it alienates most of your readers. So you obviously wouldn't want to start it off with something, have you ever been celebrated for discovering a continent? Because none of us have. You want to ask a question that they can relate to and hopefully say yes to. So you could say something like, have you ever received recognition for an accomplishment that you did not deserve? A lot of us, if we think about that, we probably have. Maybe we've been celebrated or given an award for something that we didn't do. Or we didn't do as well as they thought we did. Or maybe we accomplished it, but it was an accident. All right, so a lot of us can relate to that. Now, for the linking statements, since we're dealing with a historical figure, you probably want to give some background information. Who was he? What did he do? What was the time period? Things like that. And all of those things are going to need to connect your broad question to your specific claim. Now, the claim for this one can be something as simple as, Christopher Columbus does not deserve to be celebrated as the man who discovered America. Right? In one sentence, that's your main point. All right? So now I'm going to move over so I can put the sample paragraph up here for you to read. And I'm just going to read it over. Okay, starting with the attention getter, moving on to the linking statements, and then concluding with the claim. Have you ever received recognition for an accomplishment that you did not deserve? Historically, that is what happened to Christopher Columbus, the Italian explorer. He is given credit for discovering America in the year 1492. Although he did land his ships on the shore of America, it was an error in navigation. He was actually trying to sail to India. Also, America was already inhabited by Native Americans, and there is evidence to support that Vikings discovered the continent many years before him. Therefore, Christopher Columbus does not deserve to be celebrated as the man who discovered America. Now, when you're writing an introductory paragraph, there isn't necessarily a set number of sentences. Paragraphs vary in length. However, if you're looking for some type of guideline, a lot of times you can write a very effective attention getter in 1 or 2 sentences. You can write your claim, quite commonly, in 1 to 2 sentences. And your linking statements are normally a little more lengthy, but I would say between 3 to 5 sentences. So you can write a very well-developed introductory paragraph, I would say 5 to 8 sentences. Now again, like always, if you have questions about this writing assignment, or if you want me to proofread your paragraph, please feel free to contact me. You can email me at tpashik@claire.k12.mi.us. Thank you and good luck.